What, the DM?
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny.
What's up, bro? These niggas
up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Yeah.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 25-yard line.
I ain't never seen so much run come in my life.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
They can't hang with us. Check three, bring up 48.
Yo, these niggas.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
That's what we doing now. Run come in and run the man coverage. All right, man. Thirsty.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
That's ridiculous.
Hatch it. Kill.
Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them.
They can't stop the run.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 1st and 10.
I never seen nothing like that.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
You said what now?
Get on.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. His throw incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Oh, wow.
Hold in just past the 50. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Trying to press square.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Ridiculous.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
That's ridiculous.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
Can I see you what?
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
They didn't tell me nothing.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Honestly,
he was solid last week.
That's why I started following, because you kept doing
the ground.
it.
They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground.
I saw you running around in circles. I was like, yeah, something right.
The first carry for C.J. Prosise. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on. Go up.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The head linesman was right on it. I think they got that spot correct.
Yeah, and so many times officials catch so much grief because of things that may go wrong. You're exactly right. He was on the spot, marked it correctly. Let's see how this plays out from here.
Another fullback dive? I don't know that you go to that again.
No. Fullbacks block. Running backs carry the football.
Check. Crunch. 36 power.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
That just glitched out. Wow.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
You know the animation that they give you, like,
finishing a drive with a kick.
You know, like the camera will go over the end zone and somebody score with them.
Or in this case, a field goal.
It didn't even, like, it gave him the animation that he scored. But
here's the
second
Seattle
goal.
offense ready to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
From the 30 on second down, Cousins. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Go back.
Gun. 42. Hey, watch the slant. Black. Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4. Hey, orbit.
Third and long for Cousins. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
First. Hey, Haywood.
From the 35 on second down, Cousins. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He might have to win that deal in order for you to get him.
One. Push him back. Yellow. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Now Cousins. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield is success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30.
How both my safeties back there, they both do that.
Vikings.
This shit
Russell
ridiculous.
Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise. To me, that's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Might get blood out of some fuck shit.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing off. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Linval Joseph in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll run with Penny. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now look at this.
Oh, my God.
And the Vikings pick up the football. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
We want it. Come to my world. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
On first down, here's Breida. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Cousins. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll try and run forward with Penny, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Another try for Penny. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Penny will try to punch it in, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that'll make it 24-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off right around the 43. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Gun. Motion, watch the motion. Hey, yo. Hey, wahoo. Check right. Watch the gun.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike.
To throw, Cousins. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go, D.
Yo.
It's going to be a long day on this. Hey, Charlie. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's going to go down again. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Yo.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is taken at the 3. Gets around him. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's see what we can do.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff
Oh, now Breida loses it.
Wow.
And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
That nigga hit stick.
Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Hey, we're good, we're good. I'm coming. Mike, hey, exit.
I wonder if he'll do that.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can stretch it a bit.
Watch the pass.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny.
I can't hear you.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up second down.
What'd you say?
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down, here's Penny. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Yo.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able in this game. How about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Small game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost.
Third.
Their team a touchdown. They know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Open here, Adam Thielen. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I got to get my team good quick. I ain't playing no games. Really about to be on 99. I'm not playing no games. I already see how this game gonna play. Especially if you pick a good team early, you know how to use them. The game be playing funny.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 24.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, Zoo. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
No.
Following the
Crazy.
interception. Cousins. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Stephen Weatherly, his second sack of the night.
Pass
Protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hey, no, easy.
Throwing, Cousins. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
The receivers react when you try to use a catch. That's some bullshit.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive,
that bald-head ass nigga
it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And the ball is knocked out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Wilson now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Breida.
Found some run D.
And he's going to get hit on the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Nazaire Jones there on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's got it. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Matt Breida, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there.
He said it in an interview, too.
Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 36. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Jake Green said that. He was like, right after
so that's
the season.
Back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the
offense and say,
what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them
they had too many running
backs.
They drafted too many people. So, like, you know what I'm saying?
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Being greedy for real.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. It's Wilson looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Stupid stuff, man.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy.
They let Jamison Crowder go, too.
But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Penny. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. He's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Again, it's Penny.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
Let's go.
Around 45-yard line.
Case Keenum.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Wilson now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
9 yards that time.
A gain of 9 yards.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out.
Catches in traffic.
So many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The sack there by Rasheem Green. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. There he goes inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Matt Breida, 41 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns. And
they said McNabb was doing him dirty.
Up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Like he wasn't throwing the ball and stuff like that. He'd be wide open. He wasn't throwing the ball. He'll throw it elsewhere.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4.
Yeah.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out
to keep
him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
He ain't got rid of the shade.
Need a massage from the trainer right now.
Fucking Riley Cooper to the biggest stitch.
From the 40 now on second down. Cousins.
That nigga trash.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. And he's got Lockett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A 3rd down gain of 19. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7-7. It's 1st and 10. Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop. Well, they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
They are explosive. That's why they say that.
Scarborough again. He
understood that he would have made that statement.
For a gain of 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
That's why you got one more white offensive lineman. And 2 black people because we play the skill position.
1st down at about the 6. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Myers' kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
I done lost 38-16.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
and it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. They run again with Breida.
They got a
and tough
man,
going there as
the running back bounced off for 3 people.
5 yards
All he
on
did was press
first down,
stiff
but now
on
just a
Breida.
1-yard pickup there on second. Good job there
did
keeping him
was-
to a short game.
Huh?
Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The Vikings on
like
third
it too, but
down.
it's like-
They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is third and
Like
4.
right now, nah.
They're going to run the jet sweep on third down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him
I like
behind the
overall,
line.
but it's
They'll
just
wind up
the way the
losing
damn
3
game
yards
portrayed it.
here. And it'll be fourth
This
down.
was just
Here's
fucking
Matt Weil
glitchy as
now.
hell.
Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter.
Oh, Lockett right now.
Now it's Lockett. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return.
Well,
and it'll be
greedy.
Seahawk football, first
Yeah.
and 10.
They got Breida, Coleman, and McKinney on the same team.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Didn't he just get
Some
signed
people
to a
like to
deal?
do that.
Goodness.
I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said,
Yeah.
Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
He never seen a playing time.
They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
So everybody gonna run the big nickel starting off. See that now.
On second down, Cousins again. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside
based
the
off
35.
of what I see right now.
12 yards there and a first down.
It's either that or they're
So
gonna
they'll
run
come up
commit
first
or
and 10
nickel.
now from the 33.
Same shit like we did last year.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Jennings was the one he was looking for, but it'll be second down.
I'm not even
Second
gonna
and
expose
10
my
from the
scheme.
33-yard line.
55, Mike.
From the gun to give to Penny. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So out comes the field goal team once more. From the right hash, this from 48.
And I missed a field goal.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down
Go
today.
back and see what this nigga
So you saw
talking
them
about.
deflate with every
I ain't never
series,
heard
didn't
no
you?
safety
Every time they
getting
ran
beat in
onto
cover
the field,
6.
it was slower and slower to get to the
Running the
football
damn
because
streak up
they
the
just
middle
felt
of the
like
field.
if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
As they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here
even
again.
replay
It's
it.
the
That's
NFL
some
on
dumb
EA
shit.
Sports.
I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. I lost. Gotta win and learn from this.